investigate both sides of the argument, come up with your own conclusions.
Reporting on a 20. There was an eye-opening headline tonight involving presidential candidate Robert F. Kennedy Jr. The New York Times reporting on a 2012 deposition during which RFK Jr. said doctors once found a parasite, a dead worm, in his brain. Tonight, what his campaign is now saying about this, and here's Kana Whitworth.
Tonight, new questions about the health of independent presidential candidate Robert F. Kennedy Jr. after he claimed a doctor discovered a dead worm in his brain. According to the New York Times, Kennedy testified in a 2012 deposition that he experienced memory loss at the time, saying, "I have cognitive problems, clearly." Kennedy said one of the doctors said it could have been caused by a worm that got into my brain and ate a portion of it and then died.
Most people will have at least some degree of cognitive impairment just because of the inflammation that goes on in the brain when a parasite has made a home for itself there. But there's really varying degrees to how severe that might be.
Kennedy testified he also suffered from mercury poisoning around the same time. Doctors interviewed by ABC News say both conditions could cause a wide range of health problems, but for most people, the impacts are often short-lived. The 70-year-old has touted himself as a physically fit alternative to President Biden, 81, and former President Trump, 77, the oldest candidates to ever run for the White House, even posting videos of himself doing push-ups and skiing with an Olympic gold medalist.
I go hike, and I hike uphill for a mile and a half up and a mile and a half down with my dogs, and I do my meditations. And then I go to the gym, and I go to the gym for 35 minutes.
And David, Kennedy's campaign tells us he did have a parasite, but that the issue was resolved more than 10 years ago, and that questioning his health is a hilarious suggestion given his competition.
It's not a hilarious. You got a brain. Why did he? This, if I was running for president, this is something I would have buried. Okay. I wouldn't have let this come out. There's no reason for that. And if it's leaked out, I would have just denied it and, let it go away. Let it go into like the conspiracy theory zones or whatever. Like, it was really silly of them to just lean in on this whole thing. Like, again, was JFK Jr. having a worm in his brain on your bingo card, or it coming out and him actually, saying, yeah, it ate a part of my brain. I got a little bit of cognitive issues, you know what I mean? But I can still run for president. I can still think, I can think better than those other guys, hey, forget brain worm, forget about it. I don't understand, man. I ain't gonna lie. When I first heard this story, I love sushi. But when I first heard this story, I was like, I am done with sushi and I haven't eaten any since. Bruh, I don't want that to happen to me. I don't know how common it is or whatever, but yeah, I really like sushi. But I will pass on the sushi because a worm inside of my brain doesn't sound like something that, I want to go through. I'm good on that. I'm good. I'll pass on the brain worm. This is crazy. Like I say, man, who had this on their 2024 bingo card? Yeah, I got a brain worm. I was like, I don't know why he let this story come out. Like, really, you think you're gonna have a chance to become president after a story like this comes out? Because obviously, people are gonna be like, you can barely talk. You got a worm in your brain. You got weird stories about dropping a bear off in Central Park. Like, the Kennedy name can only carry you so far, bro. It is what it is, y'all. Anyways, that wouldn't be on my 2024 bingo card because if it came out, I would be like, no way this guy is going to let this come out and be, a news story. Like, come on, bro. Who are you talking to? Who are your consultants? Who are your advisors? Like, what are they advising you? Did you disagree with the advisors? Did they say, bro, don't let the brainworm thing come out or whatever? Deny it when it comes up. Man, I'm going to lean into that, bro. Shoot, I could still think better than them other guys that's up there. Dude had no chance. No chance.